What up, everybody? It's your boy Sack the King up in this motherfucker, man. Back with another video. And as you can see, Drake responds to Kendrick Lamar's diss with one of his own. You know what I'm saying? The song is called Family Matters. And yes, K. Dot did spin the block again. We're going to get into that in the next video. He probably had the fastest response in rap history, but I will get to that in another video. Right now, we got a lot to unpack. It's 10 pages of notes, and I will get through this hopefully quicker than the last K. Dot video. That was about 40 minutes long. I know y'all's attention span is really short, but hopefully it's long enough to stay right here at this video to know that I'm giving away $300 to a random subscriber once I reach 1,000 subscribers. So hit that like, share, subscribe button, and you could possibly win $300. Now, the reason why I got so many notes, and I'm going to try to get through them as quick as I can because I know a lot of this shit in Drake new song is probably going to go over niggas' heads, but I did some research and I broke some of this shit down. Yeah, like the reason why I got so many notes is because it's 20 versus 1, like Drake says. You know what I'm saying? It's The Weeknd, A$AP Rocky, Rick Ross, Kendrick Lamar, all these niggas. I mean, it's not really 20 niggas, but you know the vibes. It's a bunch of niggas going at Drake, and he's just battling them all. Like he's like tossing these niggas, bruh. And the gloves is off. I'm proud of you, Drake. The gloves came off. Push-ups was cool, but I wanted to hear this shit. The beats are fire. He rapped for about 7 minutes over beats, and he got personal. Yes, K. Dot did do a response, and it was personal. We're going to get to that in the next video, but we got to get to this first. So, in Family Matters, the first line off the top, it has a lady saying, maybe you shouldn't say the word, and then he says, nigga, you know what I mean? Because, yeah, like I said, Drake is black. He can say whatever he wants. And, yes, I'm going to be talking in 4 times speed today, you know what I'm saying? Because I know that niggas got short attention span, and you guys will... You can't stay around for a long ass video. So the nigga said, nigga, I said it and you knew, nigga, like is in the word nigga, I said it and I know you mad. I've emptied the clip over friendlier jabs. Mention my seed, now you gotta deal with his dad. All right, bam, he on his ass now. He said, I was really trying to keep it PG. If you had a set nigga, you'd probably catch a DP. You know, civilian gang in real life, but you PC, you know what I mean? In other words, like, yeah, Kendrick's from Compton, but like I said in the video, the Euphoria reaction, Kendrick ain't on no gangbang shit. Like, we don't take him as like a tough guy. Yeah, you're a great lyricist, like your wordplay is on fire, but bro, you're not a tough guy, you know what I'm saying? And then Drake goes on to list rappers who are really out there claiming gangs, whether they rap or not, you know, or singer, like Chris Brown, YG, and niggas like that. He said, Cole losing sleep, it ain't me. You better have some paperwork or it's fake tea. Can't be rapping about no ratting that we can't read. Yeah, it's true, a nigga slimy for my AP. So, you know, one of the things is like, when a nigga says something about you, if you just own up to that shit, people will accept it more than if you try to deny that shit and be like, oh, no, it ain't true. And then they find out it is true later. So obviously, Drake did get slimed for his AP, but I doubt he let that slide. Anyways, he did throw a little shot at Cole. Cole losing sleep, but that ain't me. Yeah, nigga, Cole, you did do the weakest rap move in rap history, but shit, that ain't Drizzy. You know what I'm saying? And like I said, you know, Kendrick Lamar was alluding to that there was paperwork of Drake out there snitching on the guy who actually took his watch. But Drake is saying like, hey, man, you can't be rapping about no ratting that we can't read. Where's the fucking paperwork, nigga? Note one down. Okay, here we go. We only 4 minutes in. He said, Metro got slimed for his main piece. Other niggas begging for attention. Nigga, say please. Which is true. Metro, nigga, shut your fucking ass up and go and make some drums, nigga. You know what I'm saying? Nigga, you begging for attention. You begging to be in a rap beef kind of like Rick Ross. We gonna get to him. He said, Kendrick, you don't even go back to your hood and plant no money trees. That's a play on Kendrick Lamar's song called Money Trees. He said, you the Black Messiah wifing up a mixed queen, nigga. Got you. You want to talk so much shit about light-skinned niggas and uh, how they can't say nigga, but look at your wife. She's light skinned, and we're gonna get into more of that. You know, Drake, hey, Drake, let me just stop and say, like, Drake is a mastermind. All through the video, he's trolling. You know what I'm saying? Euphoria didn't have a video. None of these Kendrick disses had a video, but niggas need to see shit visually sometimes for it to resonate a little bit more. And Drake is trolling the fuck out of this nigga in the video, you know what I'm saying, while he's rapping over some dope ass beats. You know what I mean? So again, he said, you the black messiah wifing up a mixed queen. Yeah, nigga, you should have your all black woman if you claim to be this black messiah and have a problem with, you know, black or light skinned niggas. He said, I heard one of them kids might be Dave Freeze, nigga. Freeze. Dave Freeze is a person who used to work at Top Dog Entertainment, which Kendrick was under. He was like the former president, and he also shot videos, I guess, for Kendrick Lamar. He said, your GM is your BM secret BD. And then he said, so basically he's saying your old, you know, former president of Top Dog is your baby mama's secret baby daddy. You know what I'm saying? Then he goes on to say, shake that ass for Drake. Now shake that ass for free. Because, you know, Kendrick Lamar took shots at Drake for fucking with Sexy Red, which he did have a point there. Sexy Red is ugly as fuck. But the way that Drake said that, like, shake your ass for Drake, now shake your ass for free, you know what I'm saying, is a play off of that Sexy Red song. And then he says, not in that kind of way, like, don't shake your ass for free, like for no money. Shake your ass for free, like Dave Free, you know what I mean? He said, your man's a little K, like for Kendrick, we call that shit a mini Drake, like a Draco. Kendrick rap about it because Kendrick rapped about, you know, in his song Euphoria, as I mentioned in the reaction video, he rapped like the first time I aimed at Drake, he was like playing off, his wordplay was playing off of words like Drake's name. But Drake came back with that shit, man, like told his bitch, hey man, your man's a little K, like a little AK. We call that shit a mini Drake, which is true, nigga, that's a baby Draco. So, hey, he came back with that one, Drake. Hey, you did that, man. And he's saying all this while he's crushing a minivan, which if you go back and you look at one of Kendrick's albums, he had a minivan on there. I think it was Mad City, Young Kid, Mad City. I don't know the album of Kendrick Lamar's off the top of my head because like I said in the other video, in Northern Cali, we don't play that shit. The only time we hear that shit is on the radio. And I dare y'all to find 5 niggas who can name 5 to 10 Kendrick Lamar songs. Anyways, so he's trolling. Like I said, he's trolling the nigga the whole fucking video, right? So then that's pretty much the first half of the beat. It stops at 2:45, right? Then they start playing a drill type of beat. And Drake's is like, man, I'm tired of playing with these niggas. It's time to get serious. You know what I mean? This is where he starts. That first shit was for Kendrick. Now he's about to get on the rest of these niggas that been talking shit. A$AP Rocky, Rick Ross, and The Weeknd. And he even throws some lines in there about Future. And we'll get to that, right? He said, if Drake shooters doing TikToks request, what did he say? The realest shooter in your gang is P's brother. You ain't getting shot. So niggas had make videos talking about, or, you know, songs talking about how Drake shooters is too busy on TikTok. They ain't no real killers. You know what I'm saying? Then he said, nigga, we can't listen to that slick talking falsetto. Nigga, save that for hip hop. He said, this nigga's mad about the one hoe that I just lip locked with her. He said, I get active when it's wartime. I ain't even let my dick drop, nigga. So, you know, Rick Ross had a girlfriend. They broke up. She had the short hair. I forget her name. What did Drake do? Drake flew her out and had the bitch, you know, and Rick Ross was mad and, you know, decided to go on a tirade about that, you know, and still talking shit. He said, I just heard Rick drop, talking something about a nose job, nigga. Ozempic got a side effect of jealousy. That's what the docs never told you niggas. Now, if you know what Ozempic is, it's funny as fuck because I always said this too. Rick Ross, bro, why are you trying to body shame Drake when you're the nigga who needs a BBL? Like, but Ozempic is a type 2 diabetes drug. So basically what he's saying is, man, your fat ass is needs some type 2 diabetes drugs, but the side effect of that shit is jealousy. That's why you coming at me, nigga, because you jealous of me. Because honestly, I don't really see a reason why Rick Ross needs to come at Drake. And he claims it was from a cease and desist that Drake has sent to fucking French Montana. But nigga, that's their business. Why are you jumping in the mix when Drake gave you some of your biggest fucking hits? Like, you wasn't saying all this white boy shit when Drake was singing on Ashton Martin music and I'm on one and shit like that, bro. So just stop. Like, I fucks with Rick Ross, but come on, bro. You look corny jumping into this beat. Like, you need to fall back. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, like I said, he getting on that nigga. You know what I'm saying? He said, put a nigga in bars, let a nigga rot just like your old job. Meaning taking shots at Rick Ross being a corrections officer, which we all know. Like, nigga, you can't shake that. You know what I'm saying? He said, your house is sitting on some land where nobody knows you niggas. Bitches gotta drive 2 hours just for you to pay to get a blowjob, nigga. You must have snorted an 8-ball. My last record deal was 400 M's. Today, that's a low ball, nigga. And that is in response to Rick Ross always showing off his houses and claiming how rich he is and all that. When we know Drake got more money than you, my nigga. Like, we know this. You know what I'm saying? He said his last record deal was 400 million, nigga. That's a low ball these days, nigga. Like, nigga, 400 mil? Come on, bro. Stop playing with that, nigga. You know what I'm saying? But it's funny that he said, you know, you niggas is way out in the way, like, where nobody even knows you niggas. And you niggas is fat and sloppy, man. You got to pay a bitch to drive 2 hours just to blow you niggas. You know what I'm saying? Then he's like, who's next on the list? Which one of my so-called niggas need a shell from the clip? And this is what, you know, what he's referring to as a bunch of niggas trying to gang up on him. I'm already past 4 pages of notes, y'all. So keep with me, man. This ain't gonna be a 40-minute video, you know what I'm saying? Because I gotta get to the Kendrick response, you know what I'm saying? These niggas making me work overtime today, cuz. You know what I mean? But that's true. Like, it's really all these niggas against Drake, and I give it to Drake. I thought he was just gonna come at Kendrick Lamar and just go straight at him. Since you wanna bark the most and bark the loudest, and these other niggas took a shot at me, I'm going to come at you. But no, he said, nah, everybody can still get it. Nigga, I got a whole, nigga, my name is Drake for a reason. I got 50 rounds in the clip for all y'all niggas. You know what I'm saying? Then he gets on The Weeknd's helmet. Because The Weeknd, like, I don't know what the beef is between The Weeknd and Drake. Like, it's rumored that The Weeknd gave Drake a bunch of those singing records that he had on Take Care, like Take a Shot for Me, for instance. That was a great record. But the corny thing is all these niggas used to be cool with Drake. Kendrick, A$AP Rocky too. Kendrick Lamar and A$AP Rocky and Drake. I love bad bitches, that's my fucking problem. Y'all was cool. As I mentioned, Rick Ross, Ashton Martin music, motherfucking I'm on one, y'all was cool. The Weeknd, y'all was cool. Y'all are on songs together. You know, Future, you know what I mean? Like, you know, and we'll get to that. He said, Weekend music getting played where all the boys need a little bit more pride. Abel, run your bread. I need to buy some new chains for the guys. You know what I mean? And Abel is the Weeknd's real name. You know what I'm saying? So obviously he's alluding to, like, first off, your music is getting played only in gay clubs. And second of all, nigga, you owe me some bread for something, nigga. I need to spend that on the homies. Like, it ain't even no money that I care about. That's just some money to buy for the guys. You know, he went on to talk about how, you know, the Weeknd's homies be moving to Atlanta and needing a tour guide, you know. And that was pretty much it. He called his manager a little bitch or whatever. I don't know who the Weeknd's manager is, but he said he's pretty much a sissy-ass little punk. Then he gets on A$AP Rocky's ass. And honestly, I think besides K-Dot, A$AP Rocky got it the worst. Because he said, Rock Kim talking shit again. That's A$AP Rocky's first name. Gas cause you hit my BM first, nigga. Do the math on who I was hitting then. Let me tell y'all, A$AP Rocky was bragging about fucking Drake's baby mom first. Okay, who gives a fuck? Like, nigga, there's always, unless you took the bitch virginity, you don't get no cool points for that. There's always gonna be a nigga who fucked your bitch first. Like, Nigga, I took my daughter's mom's virginity, but my oldest son's mom already had a kid. So who cares? A nigga already hit that shit. My youngest son's mom had a boyfriend before me that took her virginity. And after me, it was nobody else. But who cares? You know what I'm saying? Like, nigga, then he said, nigga, do the math on who I was hitting then. While you was fucking my baby mama before I even met her, I was fucking your wife. I was fucking Rihanna, nigga. And that's what I said, you know, when niggas was commenting online. It's like, bro, ASAP Rocky needs to just sit this one out because Drake was already fucking on your wife, bro. We all know that. You know what I'm saying? He said, I didn't even know you rap still because all they do is talk about your fit still. And if y'all go back and look up these ASAP Rocky pictures where he was looking hella fruity, I think he had on like some black shit on the beach or something. Maybe him and Rihanna might even took some family pictures or something. But I remember that shit was going viral for a minute and everybody was clowning that nigga. So that's where that line comes from. He said, you probably gotta go have a kid again before you even think of dropping shit again, nigga. And in other words, nigga, you need the publicity of you and Rihanna, who's the biggest star, to have a kid again for anybody to even pay attention to your whack ass album because that shit is mid, nigga. You know what I'm saying? He went on to say, even when you do drop, they gonna say you should have modeled still because that shit is mid again. You know what I mean? Pretty much a play off of what I just said. The nigga's only going viral for ASAP Rocky. Let's be honest. Nobody cares about that nigga music no more. And he had one large hit with that I Love Bad Bitches. But who was on it? Kendrick, Drake, and 2 Chainz, nigga. So do something by yourself and impress us, ASAP Rocky. Like right now, you're living off of your bitch's fame and you had to have kids with the bitch, you know, to keep the bitch. And that's what Drake is saying. Like, nigga, you got to wear these weird ass outfits. You got to have a kid with Rihanna in order to get some publicity. You know what I'm saying? Then this is the nail. He said, ass frig, I guess that might be like maybe a nickname, him and Rihanna. That might be something between him and her. Next time you cuddled in the bed again, she'll even tell you, leave that boy alone before you get your head split again. Like, bro, you need to go ask your bitch next time you think about coming for me, and she gonna tell you, because she already been fucking with me, leave that nigga alone. Like, for sure. Like, ASAP Rocky, you got murdered on that shit. Like, just stay out of this, nigga. Go have a seat and time out with your kids, my nigga. You feel me? Then he didn't come at Future. He just threw a line in there and said, Pluto shit make me sick to my stomach. We ain't never been through it. Leland Wayne, who was Metro Boomin, a fucking lame, so I know he had to be an influence. And he kind of left it at that with Future. Now, out of all these people that are coming at Drake, Future, Kendrick Lamar, Rick Ross, Weeknd, ASAP Rocky, 5 niggas, I think that Future and Drake have the most best chance of reconciling whatever rift is going through them each other. Don't be surprised in the future if all the rest of these niggas still get shitted on, but if Future and Drake come back together and piece it up again, which I would love to see because they make great music together. And really, what is the problem between y'all? Like he said, Leland Wayne, Metro Boomin, shut your fucking ass up and go make some drums. He had to be an influence. They're all from Atlanta. They're going to stick together. Then he went on to rap about how him and 21 Savage was doing music and shit. But I really think that Future and Drake in the future, no pun intended, are going to be friends again. Then he gets back on Kendrick Lamar. He said, K-Dot shit only hitting hard when Baby Keem put his pen to it. Baby Keem is an artist on Top Dog who Kendrick was kind of grooming. You know, he had put together that Black Panther album, or Panther album, the movie soundtrack from what I'm hearing. Then he went back at Rick Ross again. He said, Ross calling me a white boy and that shit kind of got a ring to it. Because all these rappers waving a white flag while in the club, they sing to it. Now, mind you, on this beat, Drake switched his flow up to the drill beat, and he was going hard. Like that's one thing I'll give about Drake. Not only was the wordplay there, but he was switching up the flow each time each beat came, and all the beats was fire. Like from the beginning, that nigga wasn't taking no prisoners. From the very fucking time that you put on that fucking record, he wasn't taking no prisoners. You know what I'm saying? He said, I'm catching body after body Rick Ross reading me my Miranda rights. You know what I'm saying? And another play on Rick Ross being a cop. So then here goes the third beat. You know what I'm saying? And it changes. And this is where he just gets on Kendrick some more. He said, now, mind you, the whole time, again, in the video, go and watch it, Family Matters, he's trolling the fuck out of these niggas. He's got birthday cakes of Kendrick Lamar, marriage, where he goes to talk to, which we'll get into, where it says, happy divorce, happily unmarried, or co-parenting, happy co-parenting, happy divorce. So he's trolling. He said, Kendrick just opened his mouth, he said, Kendrick just opened his mouth, someone go hand, he said, Kendrick just opened his mouth, someone go hand that nigga a Grammy. Because that is a play off of, and which is true, like every time Kendrick drops something, everybody just acts like that shit is just so fire, and he gets all these Grammy awards, and it's like, bro, like you don't, like nobody in the streets was even bumping that shit. Like nobody, like I said, you name 5 Kendrick Lamar songs off the top of your head without having to Google or think for longer than 5 minutes, my nigga. We know I can name 2 or 3, but I can't name 5, my nigga. And I'm from the West Coast, you feel me? So he said, where's your uncle at? Because I want to talk to the man of the house. I don't know if that was a play on Kendrick Lamar's Uncle Tony, who was supposed to be a gangster or whatever. And he ended up getting killed. But if it was, hey, like I said, the gloves is off. He said, the West Coast takes fades. Come get this ass whooping. I'm handing out. And as I told y'all in the other video, like Kendrick Lamar trying to talk about Drake when you're only 5 foot and Drake will beat the fuck out of you, bruh. Like Drake is not a small dude. I alluded to that in the other video that I made. We got 3 more pages of notes, man. We getting through this, man. But yeah. Like, go take the fade, Kendrick. Go take the fade. Fuck this rap shit. Go take the fade, nigga. He said, you want to take up for Pharrell, come get his legacy out my house, nigga. But at the same time, he's going to the restaurant, which Kendrick mentioned. I think it's called Lo Kim or something like that. It's somewhere in Toronto, right? And they even said that they even had like the owner from the restaurant saying, everybody's coming to my restaurant now that Kendrick Lamar mentioned it, right? But at the same time that he's saying this, he got the dude wearing all of Pharrell's old chains because, a lot of these niggas shit went on auction. Tupac's jewelry went on auction. Drake bought it. Pharrell's iconic pieces went on sale at auction and Drake bought them. But he's got the fucking manager of the fucking restaurant wearing these motherfucking chains like it's a birthday party. And then, like I said, there's cakes saying happy divorce, happy co-parenting. You know what I'm saying? He says, a cease and desist is for hoes. Can't listen to the lies that came out of your mouth. You called the Tupac estate and begged for them to sue me to take that shit down. And he's showing the Tupac ring, because Kendrick Lamar, again, if you go back and watch that video or listen to the song, he alluded that something like, you got Tupac's ring, Tupac will be rolling in his grave, you know what I mean? So he's showing the ring like of Tupac, and he's basically saying like, nigga, when I put out that artificial intelligence shit with Tupac and Snoop Dogg, which I thought was genius because you're taking 2 niggas who Kendrick probably looked up to being from LA and had them like kind of sunning you like, bro, when you gonna get back at this nigga? You know what I mean? But he's saying basically like, hey man, you called them niggas and begged for them to sue me and take that shit down. You know what I mean? He said, you're telling me what I should say, but fuck it, we know it's a 20 versus 1. Basically telling him like, nigga, you're trying to tell me what I should say. He said, our kids should go play at the park. 2 light-skinned niggas, that shit would be cute. Bro, he clowning now because Kendrick got a light-skinned son, and Kendrick is wanting to over here take shots at Drake for being light-skinned and only half black to tell him, Rick Ross is too, telling him that he can't say nigga. But when your kid grows up, will he be allowed to say nigga when he's the same color as Drake, even though you're a black man, a black father? So that shit was kind of funny. He said, our kids should go play. That'll be hella cute. Unless you don't want to be seen with anyone who isn't blacker than you, nigga. It's basically going to be Kendrick Lamar and 3 light-skinned niggas if that was to occur, and they took their kids to the park to play. Then he starts mocking Kendrick Lamar's like tone and voice, and then he said, When you put your hands on your girl, is it self-defense because she's bigger than you? Go look at pictures of Kendrick Lamar and his wife. Well, we'll get to that if that's his wife. And you'll see she's like 6 inches taller than this nigga. So that shit was funny. He said, you digging up shit for dirt, you should be digging for proof, which is true. Anything that you say, and which we'll get into in the next video, because Kendrick Lamar is making some outstanding accusations, you're going to have to show proof of this shit. And that's why I said in the video when I reacted to Euphoria, is like, all this shit is cute, it sounds cool, but you're going to have to prove. Go get the doctor's letters that said Drake had surgery. We don't want to hear that shit unless you got proof. He said, you proposed to her back in 2015. You don't want to make her your actual wife. I guess this is the wedding that ain't happening, right? Your darkest secrets are coming to light. He said, it's all making sense. Maybe I'm Prince and you actually Mike. You know what I mean? And that's a play. You know, he's basically saying that, you know, your darkest secrets are coming to light. That's a play on the dark skin light shit. And he's talking about how you proposed to this bitch in 2015, but you still ain't married her. Nigga, it's been almost 10 years. And I see a lot of niggas do that. They'll propose to a bitch and never marry her, bro. They'll be engaged for life. He said, it's all making sense. Maybe I'm Prince and you actually Mike. And what he means about that is Prince was always comfortable with being a light-skinned nigga. Prince was always comfortable in his own skin. You seen all the flamboyant shit that he used to wear and do, you know what I mean? And they talking about how Drake paints his nails and all that shit, but Drake is he's basically saying, nigga, I'm comfortable in my own skin, but nigga, maybe I'm Prince and maybe you're Mike, because Mike was praying for his features would change so people would believe that he's actually white, you know what I mean? Which we all know is true. Now, that is a shot a little bit at Michael Jackson, but in this arena, in this time where he's trying to play off words and the fact that niggas are going at his skin tone and his blackness, hey man, all is fair in love and war, you know what I'm saying? He said, Top makes you do features for change to do pop records, and he makes you rap for the whites. Now, there is a video that came out where Kendrick Lamar did do a song with Taylor Swift, and they're both on stage, and Taylor Swift says nigga. So how are you going to tell Drake that he can't say nigga, but it's okay for Taylor Swift to get on stage with you where there's actually proof and say nigga? That don't make any sense. And that's where he kills that argument with me, like I said in the first beginning. He said, I'm about to go get off a plane and go to Delilah's with all of my ice. Talking shit. This shit gotta be over, whoever calling it, right? Basically, he's saying Kendrick Lamar said something in his raps like, nigga, what he said? I'm extorting you niggas when you come to LA. But Drake had already said prior that he was gonna come to LA and all of his ice. So Kendrick replied with, nigga, I'm extorting you soon as you land off that flight. And this nigga said, nah, nigga, I'm doubling down. I'm coming to LA. I'm going to Delilah's, which is a high-end restaurant with all of my ice, nigga. Whoever's calling this rap beef, it's got to be over, right? Like, nigga, like, you're not fucking with me. Then he said, you're dead, nigga, you're dead. I thought that was it. He said, no, they hired a crisis manager to hide the fact that you beat on your queen. The picture that you paint to the public ain't all what it seems, nigga. Let's not find out that you beat your bitch up, Kendrick Lamar. Let no paperwork surface that you beat your bitch, Kendrick Lamar. You know what I'm saying? Because you're dead. You feel me? Hey, Drake, you did your shit on this. You did not disappoint at all. We was waiting on you. You was on the clock, but you did not disappoint, my nigga. And you fired at everybody when niggas are taking solo songs to fire at you. Hey, man, Drake, you did not disappoint. This shit was on fire. I'm going to give this diss like a 9.5, maybe a 9 out of 10. Not a 10 out of 10. I'm going to give this shit a 9 out of 10 because even though I wanted Drake to be hit him up disrespectful, I understand this is disrespectful on that level of the caliber of Drake is because he's not a gangster, you know, and Tupac was a thug, you feel me? So this shit was masterful. The beats were fire. You went at everybody. You clown niggas. Hey, man, salute, man. It's your boy, Sack the King, up in this motherfucker, man. I promised you I wouldn't make it 40 minutes, but we almost at 30 minutes, man. Hit that subscribe button below so you can be the first to know and help the channel grow. And stay tuned because I'm about to react to Meet the Grams by Kendrick Lamar. Lego.